Hello, welcome to Anime Mystics. I'm Roman, and tonight I am watching Monster episodes 43 through 46. Um, Last time I only did 2 episodes because I was starting to record at like 1 in the morning. Today it is 10:30, so I can do more. um, so last episode, Grimmer, I think is how you pronounce it, was talking to the police about what happened with the old man, whose name I can't remember. The guy that ran the orphanage. Um, he kept saying that his experiment was completed and that everything that happened after was after he had left. But Grimmer still believed that he was trying to do his experiment still on the children he had now, took them out to go play soccer, and then when they came back, he was dead. Which is why he was talking to the police, because it's a murder. The children said that it was a woman that they saw a woman leave the building, which we saw her. He had just missed her when she had left the building. So the guy's asking him questions about, what he was talking to him about, if he had said anything before he died, which he had. He had told him about a key that he'd need to get into I think it was like a safe deposit box or a safe or something like that. Hair's all going crazy because of the fan over here. But he told him no. He told him that he hadn't told him anything. So he's like, all right, whatever. And said he was free to go, so he left. The children that this guy was taking care of were all being sent to different orphanages. So they were getting split up. And Grimmer went over to the last few kids that were leaving. I forget the name of the kid that he was talking to, but I guess he's kind of like the leader of the group. Told him, that they could still potentially see each other later on. They could write to each other. They could stay in touch, contact. And he gave him something. Definitely the key to whatever safe deposit box or safe that the old man had. He gave it to him. Grimmer's not stupid. He knows that somebody's going to be wanting it. So he gave it to somebody that I don't think they would expect to have it. Not long after that, he calls a taxi. Not like on the phone or anything, but there was a taxi there, and he got in and tells them to take him to this hotel in the city. And he starts driving off. And he picks somebody else up. And they leave again. But they're not going to the city. He's going somewhere else. And Grimmer is like, where are we going? I said I wanted to go to the hotel in the city. This is not going to the city. And that's when he finds out that these guys are after him. They beat him up a bit in the taxi. They end up going to some factory area where he's able to get out, and he runs, and is able to get away from them for a little bit, but he's on a staircase on the outside of the factory that basically doesn't lead anywhere. It's just a dead end, but he's like super high up in the in the air, and you hear a couple of gunshots, and the police officer he was talking to walks up and tells him that he had kind of a suspicion that somebody would be following him, and he starts asking him, were they after you for something specifically? What do you think they wanted from you? And he's telling him, I have no idea. I don't know what they wanted. Unfortunately, the cop works with these people, and was just trying to get him to tell him that he had the key, but he doesn't. He gave it to that kid. Anyway, they tie him up to a chair in one of the rooms, and they're basically torturing him. The other couple of guys are like beating him up, punching him in the face, kicking him. The cop actually uses his fingernail clippers to start cutting down his fingernails, like pretty low. Yeah, just thinking about it hurts my fingers. And they're just asking him, just tell us where the key is, and we'll leave. I think they were going to kill him anyway. I think they even said that, but just tell him where the key is. And he's instead starts explaining this show about this guy. Excuse me. Who would get into like really bad situations, and then when he was like knocked out or asleep or something, this guy would come and save him. But what the guy didn't know was that it was himself. It was like another personality or something that would come out while he was asleep and in trouble and save him. But he never knew. And the cop is just like, so is that going to be you? Are you going to do that? And I think Grimmer just kind of smiled. And then he gets knocked to the ground and getting kicked. And they end up, I think, untying him. And he's basically knocked out on the ground. And they're getting ready to kill him. And then the woman who had left the old man's apartment, who I'm pretty sure is Anna. I think her name is Anna. I'm pretty sure it's her. Shot the policeman in the head. And as far as we know, she didn't shoot the other two. I think Grimmer said that there were no bullet wounds in them. So she, like, I don't know, broke their necks or something. I don't know what she did. If it was her. But whoever this woman was killed the cop by shooting him in the head, and I don't know what she did to the other guys. He gets his stuff and he leaves. I mean, wobbles out because he's pretty badly beaten. And that's where it ended. So let's get into these episodes and see what's going to happen. I am looking forward to it. So the video is going to be located over here, and a link to the reaction is going to be in the description down below. Fine, I got this at. That should be good. And we're going to start this episode in 3, 2, 1.